Hey everyone, I'm Karan from Enable. Thank you for checking out this official tutorial series on AbleSet. In the first chapter, we discussed the basics and showed you how to set up and run a show with AbleSet. In this chapter, we're going to dig a bit deeper. You'll learn how to add more customization to your set lists and to your user interfaces. We'll also look at getting more granular control over your playback using song sections in combination with looping, jumping, and more. Let's jump right in. First, I'm going to show you some more advanced stuff you can do in setlist edit mode. We focused on the basics so far, but if you click the three-dot menu again, you'll see some options that we've ignored so far. You can color code your song using the song color option down here. That makes it easier to scan the list and group things the way you like it. For instance, I could say that these two songs are acoustic songs, so I'll set them to this teal color. You can also go in and add a description for your song right here. This is useful for notes like the key of your song, which guitar you need, or patch changes, or anything else you might find helpful. If I've got the stop after song toggle disabled, I can choose to add an optional delay between the two songs. This way AbleSet will wait this amount of time before triggering the next song. That's great when you want to move on quickly, but still leave a short break for applause or maybe an instrument change. You'll now notice that once this song finishes playing, you'll see a little countdown in the queued up next song over here. And once that countdown is over, the next song will continue. Now, in turn, if the stop after song option is enabled, you'll instead be able to add a stop description. So that'll be just a little bit of text, like a note, that will show up below the song. I like to use this to remind myself when the next song should be triggered or if I need to wait for anyone before starting. Just know that these stop descriptions are always tied to the song, so if I move this song, the stop description will move with it. Also, make sure to save your set lists after adding your colors and song descriptions. Descriptions and song colors are saved with your set list, so if I go ahead and I open another set list, you'll see that these will update accordingly. Okay, so these are some of the changes we can make in the setlist editor, but you can actually further customize your set by renaming a song's locator in Ableton Live itself. So let's go back in there. The first thing I can do is add a tag to the locator name by including a hash and then my tag's name. For instance, this song is from my first album. Now, if I'm in setlist edit mode and I'm in the add a song dialog, I can actually search for that tag and the song will appear right here. If I had more songs tagged like this, I could actually add all of them at once with this option up here. We've already discussed how AbleSet calculates the song length for you, but what if the time in the timeline doesn't actually match the time you're playing? For instance, if I'm playing a song without backing tracks, I still like to include a little placeholder like this over here so I can have it appear in my AbleSet setlist. But this song length is obviously not correct for this track anymore. So what I can do here is I can go into the locator and in brackets, just enter the song length I want. For instance, this song is 3 minutes and 20 seconds long. And then AbleSet will actually update the song length right here. And now if I look at my total setlist time, this will be more accurate. Now, there might be times where you wouldn't want every locator in Ableton Live to actually show up in AbleSet. For instance, in this song, I'd like to mark this point right here. That's where the band comes up on stage, but as soon as I add a locator and name it, it's right there in AbleSet. What I can do to change this is I can just add an asterisk at the beginning of the name, and then the locator will be ignored by AbleSet and not interfere with my setlist management. And in case you're a CliffX user, all locators containing CliffX commands will be ignored as well. I can also embed song colors and descriptions directly in the locator. Besides changing these in the setlist editor, I can write them into the locator name. For instance, if I want to have this song be red, I can just add that in brackets. Or if I'd like a description, I'll add it in curly braces. Now, I can still go in and override this in the setlist editor like we did before, but this is just good to have a default. So if I ever reset the setlist, these colors and notes will be retained. Another locator naming option that I have is to actually rename the song and locator to instead say stop. And as you can see now in setlist edit mode, this will actually gray out the stop after song option. So this means that whenever the end of this song is reached, AbleSet will always stop and you cannot override this behavior in the setlist editor. This can be a useful option if you know you're never going to transition directly out of this song to the next, but personally I just like to have the flexibility in AbleSet, so I'm just going to rename this back to song end. Okay guys, that covers it for locator naming. Next up we're going to look at sections to divide your songs, but also to take more control control over your playback. Head over to ableset.com to get your copy of AbleSet and check out Enable for more tips on playback and Ableton Live. And if you are finding these videos helpful, please leave us a like and please subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.